So back with you to talk to you about the second most annoying asshole of the apocalypse. And that's the 5G guy. So, right now our country is experiencing a global health issue. The beverage bug. It is a contagious flu-like disease that is spreading and causing some havoc. Most people who contract it, 95.5% of the population from the last numbers I saw, are going to survive. If they stay hydrated, they use the medications available to ease the symptoms, they're going to be fine. It's a virus. There are people in our society who with underlying health issues, who are going to not do so well. Our thoughts and prayers go out to them. May the hand of God be on them. That being said, isn't the nature of Americans to want to understand our world? We don't settle for, because that's how it is. We want to know why. The greatest advancements in our nation's history have come because Americans said, hey, why is that happening? Not discounting the rest of the world. Y'all are cool. You've done some great stuff. And hey, props to you. But I'm an American. And America, hell yeah. That being said, that curiosity sometimes can be toxic. Because you get people, especially these mental midgets who are trying to promote this idea that 5G is out there to destroy us and was put there to do just that, are spreading. So, first I want to say, I'm sure that, there's somewhere along the line, I'm sure there's going to be some problem with this, with radio waves being sent through the air and permeating our brains and all that. I'm sure there'll be some problem. But it is not connected to the coronavirus. So let's look at the logic they're using to promote this bullshit. It goes something like this. Well, all these fellers in the cities where there's lots of people, they're getting sick. And there's 5G towers everywhere. And the government put them there because 5G makes your brain melt and rewrites your DNA and makes you want to watch The View every day. And all kinds of other bad shit for you. Okay, and I can see how one might, I know, coronavirus. One might want to say that could make some sense. But when we look at something like an internet rollout, first, 5G is not a measure of energy or anything like that. 5G simply stands for fifth generation. It is the fifth generation of data transmittal that we've designed. It produces 1/5 of the radiation necessary to be measured as dangerous to a human being. To be clear, the measure of radiation dangerous to be dangerous to a human being is significantly lower than what is necessary to be lethal or cause chronic or debilitating illness. You can find all these at the FCC on the FCC's website. I'll put a link to that in the video, in the description. So, moving on. So when we look at this in the bigger picture, we have to go back in history and understand the concept of infrastructure. The greatest engineers of our world's history were probably, if you had to count, I'd say the Romans are one of the greatest. So much the Romans did have affected us throughout history. One of the greatest sayings that has survived history for hundreds of years is, all roads lead to Rome. And it's not just a colloquialism. At that time, all roads did lead to Rome. Rome was where commerce and everything began. The Roman Empire built it that way. These were not stupid people. They had one of the most advanced highway and aqueduct systems of their time. Many of the roads that exist in Europe today were built in the time of the Roman Empire. What does that tell you? Many of the aqueducts that are used today were built in the time of the Roman Empire. So when Rome built that, we use this extremely high-tech imaging equipment here. Rome started at their center. They knew they wanted commerce to be centered in Rome. So they knew they needed to be able to move troops, goods, and water out to people so that they would want to be part of Rome. They would see Rome's efficiency and the advantage that Rome brought to their lives. And if they didn't, they would just conquer them and subjugate them, but that's a different topic. So, when they started building these roads, they started in Rome. Because that's where their population was. That's where they could have the most stable foundation for the system they wanted to build. And the Roman highway system was the internet of its time. All information and things like that traveled along that system. So they started this strong system in Rome, and they extended out to these outlying towns and cities and eventually countries. And it's the same thing with 5G. 5G is being rolled out in larger population areas. So A, they can hit more people with it initially and build a stable base to extend out on. And B, they can identify any problems with the deployment and fix them before they roll it out to places like me, who's out in the middle of nowhere. It's easy to look at this thing that wasn't a part of our lives before and say that it's the cause of this, okay? It's easy to do. It's easy to identify something that's prevalent in the world around us and blame it for our problems. I mean, I can look at a city right now and say, okay, New York is the biggest one affected in the U.S., okay? There's a lot of 5G towers in New York. But, something else a lot of New York. Pizza places. There are pizza places everywhere in New York. New Yorkers are all about their pizza. They'll tell you it's the best pizza in the world. And in some cases it is. I won't argue that. And there are new pizza places popping up every day. Chain pizzas, mom and pop pizzas, pizza places are everywhere. But hey, pizza places use dough. And dough uses bacteria to rise. And bacteria are living things, and living things can be infected with viruses. Dude, what if the beverage bug comes from pizza places? I mean, they're everywhere, and people are exposed to pizza every day, and they're getting the beverage bug every day, and dude, see, it's that easy. It's that easy to find something to lock onto and fear. Because facts, they aren't as exciting. They're just facts. Stop feeding the bullshit. The beverage bug sucks. It's going to pass. We are stronger together. Stop fear-mongering. As always, folks, Be decent to each other. We're all in this together. God bless.